Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Board Gaming Doctor. My name is Phil, and I'll be your Board Game Doctor today. In this episode, I go over my review of Stupor Mundi, a game by Nestori Mangone, published by Quined Games, and this is a 2024 game that is slated to come out very soon. It is being backed and funded on GameFound pretty much around the time that this recording airs. Its weight is a 3.0 out of 5, plays in about 90 to 150 minutes, and is overall ranked a 7.4 out of 10, overall ranking 9,038, due to the fact that people have been able to play this game on Board Game Arena as it's been developed there. As an overview, in Stupor Mundi, a game set during the reign of Frederick II, Holy Roman Emperor, players act as vassals, summoning allies from around the Mediterranean, constructing and upgrading their castles, promoting specialists to strengthen their kingdoms. The game revolves around a strategic card selection mechanism, requiring players to choose actions that can trigger edicts, impacting Frederick's palace and the rewards from allies. Players must decide whether to remain loyal to Frederick or support independent allies, forming alliances or acting independently as the game evolves. The efficient bureaucracy and centralized governance of Frederick's kingdom in Sicily and southern Italy serve as the backdrop for this dynamic and competitive game. Now to highlight some of the game mechanisms as highlights here. First, the deck building. You start the game with a deck of 10 action cards with up to 37 advanced action cards that you can purchase from during the game. These cards allow you to take actions depicted on that card, or if you play it face down on your tableau, you take an action depicted on your tableau. These actions are arranged so that you have one or maybe two chances to take those standard tableau actions, so you must plan accordingly or else you lose a chance to do particular things on your turn. Second, the actions. What you can do in this game ranges from purchasing advanced cards for your deck, gathering allies into your tableau, moving up tracks that give you unique ways to gain points and resources, trading for different resources, and building your own castle structure to allow for more resources for you to obtain, more allies to hold, etc. Next, the edicts. While you build up your own tableau, you're also helping to construct or deconstruct Frederick's castle. As you take certain actions during the game, edict tiles are revealed, and you choose one to activate. Arranging this castle will help you give points depending on allies you've gained and the board state, etc. Finally, the map. You travel around a circular board, spending money to do so, which serves as a market to purchase cards, allies, and it also offers different ways to trade for resources, either to buy or sell them, depending on the location. So being able to get to the right place at the right time is important for many reasons. Now to compare this game to some others. First, looking back at Mangone's history with games, he developed a game in conjunction with Fabio Lopiano called Autobahn, and I'd forgotten that this game was co-designed by Mangone. Both games share some similarity with light deck building, some multi-use cards, and tableau building, while having some shared interactions on the main board, with Autobahn featuring more of a more interactive route building on a map type of interaction, whereas in Stupor Mundi, it features the construction of Frederick's castle and how everyone else is contributing to that. The next game that I thought of was Teletum. I find that thematically both of these games kind of feel similar. Resource conversion and management is done in the setting of you as a medieval European trader. There are differences mechanically, but overall I feel there is a design philosophy that is very similar. And this makes sense because of the pedigree of both games and the designers from Italy who tend to design in the same way, where they pick interesting action selection mechanisms, such as dice rolling, or in this case, kind of deck building and multi-use cards, and have that be revolved around in different ways to interact with the game, such as converting resources, trading for resources, building structures, moving up tracks, etc. And finally, Mercator comes to mind as well. I thought I might include Rosenberg's title here, as thematically it fits in pretty well with this game, and as well as the general sense of order fulfillment. I feel like a lot of these games play in a manner where you are setting small goals for yourself to accomplish over a round or maybe two, whether that is to save up resources to purchase that ally or structure that you need in Stupor Mundi, or to fulfill that one contract in your hand in Mercator, thus being able to upgrade to the next contract. I feel like the biggest difference is that in Stupor Mundi, you can essentially plan ahead by looking at the promotion track and the different tracks that you can advance on to see what benefits you might be able to obtain and do so throughout the game, and so you could strategize ahead of time a little bit more. while in Mercator it feels a little bit more tactical in nature due to the randomness of the contracts, the building tiles, and what other players do to travel around the board. Since this game has been available on Board Game Arena for quite a bit of time, some people have been able to comment on the game as it's been developed digitally. For peer review, some people who gave it praise said that some of the game features promote high interaction where not only actions and resources are tight, but the fact that you can grab crucial allies or move ahead on a promotion track and affect Frederick's castle with edicts in a way that benefits you and could potentially hinder someone else's game. In addition, you can take advantage of what other players are doing to score points for yourself, once again through Frederick's castle or through those promotion tracks. So the game feels like everyone's actions and intentions are intertwined. Overall, this is a very smooth Euro game to many, in terms of mechanisms, which is backed by the pedigree of this designer and games that he has designed in the past. However, some people do have some concerns. Some people find that there is a lack of overall enjoyment with the strategy of this game. Some people feel like you are doing too many small things which don't really lead up to a big enough combo turn or a big payout, with very little engine building in the unique sense of asymmetry that you might get from other deck builders compared to this one, as well as tableau building. Now, for my review, I've played this game a few times on Board Game Arena, starting a few months ago when this was available in public alpha, to today, where I've seen some minor adjustments happen to the game along the way in terms of what certain components do, and perhaps how the game ends as well. I do commend the publisher and designer for having this game being semi-developed on a digital format for people like me who could play the game and test it out, and make sure not only that there aren't any bugs with the user interface, but also with the game itself. I do agree that this game is very smooth playing. It's definitely a polished Euro, and if you are a Euro, mechanistically Euro fan, then I don't think you'll have too much trouble learning this game. It very much falls in the medium weight category. However, I do agree with some of the concerns that players mentioned in the peer review. It might be due to the fact that the deck building isn't too exciting for me, or that a major way of scoring points and building asymmetry is by advancing up tracks, which is, albeit variable from game to game. The tracks themselves can change, but it's not my personal favorite mechanism, so it does perhaps come down to personal taste, which is fine. I do like the edict interactions with Frederick's castle, and having a lot of say in what could be constructed or go on with that, and how scoring might be affected for everyone. I feel like that part of the game is unique in a sense. But overall, I do categorize this game as one of the many solid Euro games that I enjoy, but I might not come back to it over and over again. Many people really do like Mangoni's work, and I wish the best with the Kickstarter that is being launched very soon with GameFound. And I am very glad that I was able to try it on Board Game Arena, and encourage you to do so. If you are a fan of Mangoni's work, if you are a fan of medium-weight Euro games, and if you enjoy, some light deck building, the classic resource management that comes from a Euro game, and you want some more of that, I think you'll enjoy this one if you do. So thanks for consulting with me, and hope that you schedule an appointment with us real soon. Take care.